Macau Kafo, and this week we'll be discussing an innovation that has hit Nigeria's bread making industry. A typical case of when the desirable is not available, the available becomes the desirable. But in this case, the available becomes more than just the desirable, it becomes the most profitable. We will be discussing the Premium Time Special Reports, which tells the story of how high wood prices led bakers to embrace orange flesh potato puree for bread making in Nigeria. And we will be joined by Premium Times reporter who wrote this piece to discuss the story. As always, I have my lovely co-presenters, Titilokwe Fadari and Oge Udegmunam in the studio. They will be joining me this morning to discuss the issues. Hey ladies, how are you?
I'm fine, I'm feeling chilled.
I'm fine.
Thank you, ladies, for coming on this morning. On this show, Premium Times Half Hour, we discuss important issues. Premium Times is Nigeria's leading investigative and accountability platform. We bring this show to you every weekend as part of our mandate of providing information you need to make informed decisions. This show spotlights exclusive reports produced by Premium Times' reporters, from in-depth investigations, unique analysis, and human angle stories. This is an audience-centered program, meaning you will be able to call in later to share your opinion with us. The numbers to call are 090-3222-9797, 090-3222-9797, or you can call 080-8222-2037, 080-8222-2037, or you can also call 081-8222-2205, 081-8222-2205. Before we delve in to the special report, one of my co-presenters, Titi, will update us on some stories we published during the week. Titi, over to you.
Thank you, Amaka. Here are some interesting reports Premium Times published during the week. First, we published a special report on how poverty limits access to clean cooking in Abuja, in an Abuja community. Beg your pardon. We also published an exclusive interview where Buba Galadima, a member of the Board of Trustees of the New Nigeria People's Party, spoke about his candidate's chances of winning. Lastly, we published an editorial titled Sri Lanka's Uprising and Lessons for Nigeria. Recall that Sri Lanka is a few weeks ago saw an uprising that led to the resignation of its former president. Okay, what do you think about do you think Nigeria will ever get to this point where public officers will quit when citizens register their displeasure?
I think we're still very far from that. The point is still very far. I'm not sure public officers in Nigeria would want to quit when people are not excited or happy about their performance in office. They rather stay there and, give excuses or reasons why they should remain in office and why they are better than people you think should occupy the space. Yeah.
Thank you, Titi. We'll take a short break now, and when we return, we'll be joined by Ronald Adamolekun, a Premium Times reporter on the business desk, who will break down this report for us. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
On all our social media platforms, don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
Welcome back, and if you just joining us, this is Premium Times Half Hour, brought to you by Premium Times on Citizen FM 93.7. Before we're joined by Ronald Adamolekun, Premium Times' reporter on the business desk, let's get to know what this report is about. So first question, do you know the raw materials used in making bread? The bread we eat almost every day as Nigerians. Perhaps we are all aware that bread is made from wheat. But this report brings something unique. It brings us into the world of bread made from orange flesh, sweet potato puree, like sweet potato bread, which is becoming the new normal in bread making in Nigeria, where bakeries have fallen on hard times following record jumps in the production cost. Nigeria is facing an unprecedented wheat crisis that is forcing bakers to embrace new innovations, but dare to buffer the steep cost of wheat flour. The Russia-Ukraine crisis is said to have exacerbated this crisis. Despite our huge consumption, we only produce 1% of the 4.7 million annual wheat needs, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. We import the other parts which we don't produce. Wheat tops Nigeria's yearly food imports bill, gulping about $2.2 billion in 2020, a development that pushed the government to restrict access to forex for wheat imports in order to conserve dollar reserves and stoke self-sufficiency. Bakers are resorting to orange flesh sweet potatoes, which is called OFSP puree, to supplement wheat flour in snack and bread making. This cheaper approach seems sustainable for Nigeria by virtue of its strength as the world's third biggest potato producer. So Nigeria is the third world biggest potato producer. Aside its affordability, agricultural institutions have established that nutrition-dense orange flesh sweet potato is big on biocarotene, a vitamin A substance helpful in fighting diabetes and lacking in about 30% of preschool kids, and could revolutionize, Biocarotene is a vitamin A substance helpful in fighting diabetes and lacking in about 30% of preschool kids, and could be an antidote for childhood malnutrition in Africa's most populous nation, where bread is particularly beloved by children. Biocarotene deficiency causes mobility, poor cognitive development, nutritional blindness, reduced immunity, and in some cases death in children, especially under the age of 5, and poor productivity in adults, says the International Potato Center. For adults, the potato is seen as a dietary remedy for poor vision, poor productivity, stomach ulcers, and diabetes, and is used in treating arthritis pain and helps reduce mortality and anemia in pregnant and lactating mothers. Ronald spoke with Mariano Coley, who is making a fortune while building an orange flesh sweet potato bread industry in Nnewi, Anambra State. He joins us from Lagos this morning to talk about the report. Good morning, Ronald, and thank you for joining us this morning. I think Ronald is having a little internet challenge. But tell me, Titi, have you ever thought that in your lifetime you'd get to talk about potato bread as against the regular wheat bread, you know?
I mean, I was just having a prior conversation with Oge, asking her if there is actually potato bread in Abuja, because, I mean, it's something I would actually want to buy. I want to know how it tastes, and particularly because it's cheaper, it's something I would definitely want to eat. I mean, I'm on a healthy journey, so anything from away from white bread to something that I feel is cheaper and more healthy for me is something I would definitely want to go for.
Okay, thank you, Titi. So Ronald has joined us. Good morning, Ronald.
Yeah, thanks, Chiamaka. Good to join you.
Okay, thank you for joining us today. So the first question is, how did you come about the potato bread, and how did you find Mariano Coley?
Yeah, I stumbled on some news reports sometime last year on how because using a new breed of potato called orange flesh sweet potato, OFSP, to make bread. And I got fascinated almost immediately, considering that Nigeria is facing a record wheat crisis, which has made that commodity the most imported food in the nation, gulping as much as well over $2 billion in 2021 alone. Then a handful of reports I saw on OFSP bread were short and offered pretty few insight on the bread. And on the bread, how it is made, the supply chain, and the kind of response it is getting from Nigerian consumers. As a matter of fact, what most of those reports emphasized was that one or two bakers' unions were encouraging bakeries to adopt the innovation. So I thought of executing a research-intensive reporting on the development, a sort of deep dive that would cover the progress bakers had made, that would chronicle the breakthroughs and hitches research institutes were experiencing, and other products which some Nigerians have been able to innovate from the potato. It was clear to me at that brainstorming stage that the project will be a solutions journalism story that will also detail efforts by farmers cultivating the crop and the challenges they face. And of course, the inimitable pioneering works of the first scientists that developed the sport over a quarter of a century period and the ambition to fight rural poverty and malnutrition in Africa through it. And it needs to be mentioned here that the bread is not entirely made from potatoes. Rather, it is a combination of potato puree, of flour, and wheat flour. So it is made up of one part wheat, then another part sweet potato puree, orange sweet potato puree of flour. The OFSP puree of flour added in making the dough is a partial substitute for wheat flour, and there have been various success rates regarding the proportion of puree used among bakers. Like a bakery like SMC Foundation has made significant, for instance, has made significant advance in that regard. It is adding as much as 40% sweet potato puree to 60% wheat in order to make its bread. So at the early stage of the project, I witnessed some difficulties in getting a fair number of bakers to speak on their experience because the awareness about the bread is still low to some extent. I spoke of that difficulty I was experiencing to a colleague of mine, Udichiku, who is based in Abuja, when I went to Jos to interview bakers in March. And thankfully, only a few days later, she told me she bumped into a woman, Marian Okoli, who actually runs the SMG Foundation in Anambra State, who has built, she's based in Inewi, and she has been producing FSP bread on a large scale there, and has built a huge patronage among locals and residents. So Okoli had come to Abuja during that time on a business trip when Oge met her and quickly helped conduct an interview with her.
Okay, so Ronald, sorry to cut you, but I'm sure Titi has a quick follow-up question for you. And Titi, please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, Ronald, hi. Are there states in the country making potato bread on a large scale when compared to its counterparts wheat bread?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, are there states in the country making potato bread on a large scale when compared to its counterparts wheat bread?
Yeah, the awareness of OFSP bread is still growing in Nigeria, and that is at a somewhat measured pace. One of the aims of the report, when it was originally conceived, was that it will help create a wide awareness of the bread and the value addition of the potato, not only among states in Nigeria, but probably it will also help policymakers in driving its acceptance and adoption across the country. Unlike countries like Kenya and Uganda, where OFSP bread is widely adopted, even by the biggest supermarkets, it seems it is a bit late to the game in Nigeria. It seems Nigeria is a bit late to the game and might need some time to catch up. Obviously, there is no state in Nigeria making the bread on a large scale. Nevertheless, there have been some encouraging reports. The bread is produced by a couple of bakers in Lagos, notably Sano Food. In fact, some of the loaves are sold by the roadside in a place like Hogba, where I'm currently speaking to you. The bread is produced in Abuja by Farm Organics, but its cost of energy and baking ingredients is standing in the way of this operation. I like when we contacted Farm Organics sometime around April for an interview, and their response was not actually helpful for the project, in the sense that we were running skeletal services, and because of that, they had abandoned the production of the bread. I understand one or two bakeries were similarly making the bread in Abuja until they went under, I think sometime late last year. In Osun State, one of the two pilot states that the potato was introduced to some years ago by the International Potato Center, a baker is producing the bread and he supplies it to schools in two of the local governments in the state. So a baker is supplying it to the school, and even beyond that, the state government has included unfresh potato in the school feeding meal program that the state is actually funding at the moment. It introduced it 3 years ago, and students do eat porridge made from the potato, and that is serving as government's own deed in fighting childhood malnutrition among Nigerian kids. I have heard that a relatively good number of bakers are making the bread in the southeastern part of the country, and that region seems to be leading in the production of the bread as we speak.
Yeah.
There are also bakers and women in the cottage industry making OFSP bread and snacks in the city of Kano. There are quite a lot of women trying to make some ends meet by innovating products like snacks from OSSP POE in the state of Kano.
That's quite interesting, Ronald, to see that a lot of people are keen into this innovation. Remember that this is an audience-centered program, meaning you can start calling us right away if you want to share your opinion on this report. The phone number is to call at 090-3222-9797, 090-3222-9797, or you can call 080-8222-2037. 080-8222-2037, or you can also call 081-8222-2205, 081-8222-2205. So, okay, you were part of this report, but then I see that you've been doing some things with your eyes trying to ask a question, so please go on to ask your question.
Okay, Ronald, some groups attributed the wheat scarcity to the Russia-Ukraine war. Is this a representation of the market?
Yeah, that is not precisely so. It's not altogether true. The hostility between Russia and Ukraine has only come to complicate the problem that has been. Wheat is Nigeria's most important food, as I mentioned earlier, dropping as much as over $2 billion of the country's foreign exchange last year alone. Meaning that Nigeria produces less than 2% of its wheat needs, while the balance is provided by imports. And wheat prices are hitting new highs in the commodity market, and that is expected because both Russia and Ukraine that are at war at the moment are among the top 5 wheat producers in the world. So the disruption in the wheat supply chain on account of the Russia-Ukraine war is only piling on the agony.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald. Dear listeners, once again, you can call us now to put your mouth inside this matter. The phone number is to call once again at 090-3222-9797, 090-3222-9797, 080-8222-2037, 080-8222-2037, or you can call 081-8222-2205, 081-8222-2205. So while we're waiting for our listeners to call in, Ronald, I have one last question for you. So a few days ago, the first ship carrying grains for Africa left the ports of Ukraine after months of blockage. Do you think the movement of the grain will impact the market by reducing the cost of wheat as we see now and making them more available? Just like you said, Ukraine is one of the world's biggest wheat traders. Do you think this is going to make any positive impact on the wheat market?
Yeah, the first ship carrying grain that you mentioned is just a drop in the ocean, and I don't feel that holds the brand that will ease the pangs of wheat shortage on the continent. And besides, it's worthy of note here that the consignment is intended to unload at Djibouti before it will be transported to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is landlocked, so most of the imports that Ethiopia gets, it gets it through rail transportation from Djibouti. So that consignment will unload at Djibouti before it will be moved to Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is currently the second most populous nation on the continent, and one of the 5 countries considered by the United Nations to be in danger of starvation. So that ship is a humanitarian grain ship. So I don't see how that will in any way help the entire Africa deal with the wheat shortage that the country is experiencing.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald, for being a part of this. We'll take a short break at this point, and when we return, we'll like to hear your take on where we're headed as a country with regards to the food crisis we're going through. Please stay logged and stay tuned.
Visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings you every minute stories that helps you make.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us once again. This is Premium Times Half Hour on Citizen FM 93.7. If you're just joining us, we're discussing the new innovation in the bread making industry, where bakers are now using potato puree, orange flesh sweet potato purees to make bread, seeing that the prices of wheat flour is quite on the high side. Please, this is an audience-centered program and means you can call in to share your opinions. The numbers to call at 090 32 22 9797 090 32 22 9797, or you can call 080 82 22 2037 080 82 22 2037, or you can call 081 82 22 2205 081 82 22 2205. So we've been on with Ronald Adamolekun in the studio, who's joining us from Lagos, a Premium Times reporter on the business desk who painstakingly did this research, and you can read more about this report on our website www.premiumtimesng.com. So while we wait for our viewers to call in, Oge, you were part of this report or the research. Did you get to taste the potato bread?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to taste the bread, but of course, I was privileged to eat the potato itself.
Okay, so by eating the potato, you feel you've eaten the bread by extension?
Oh, not really.
Okay, so while we are waiting to receive calls, dear audience, we're waiting to take your calls and get your comment on this. If you're willing to taste, or if you will be willing to eat a potato bread as against the wheat flour bread we've always enjoyed from time immemorial. I'd like Oge to keep us up to date on the reports we've had over the week, which our audience missed. Oge, please bring us up to date.
Thank you, Amaka. There are some interesting reports Premium Times published during the week. First, we published a special report on how poverty limits access to clean cooking in an Abuja community. We also published an exclusive interview where Buba Galadima, member of the Board of Trustees of the New Nigeria People's Party, spoke about his candidate's chances of winning.
So we have a caller coming in, and we would like to take this call. Hello, good morning, and where are you calling us from?
Hello, this is Dennis Matthew from Maitama.
Hi, Dennis Matthew. Would you like
I
go on?
Yes, I love the program, and I really want to contribute. And then talking about the potato bread, I love potato also, and I know the bread will be good also. So how can I easily get it? Is it available in Abuja here?
Okay, so I'll just have Ronald again tell us where we can get this bread in Abuja. While he was speaking, he mentioned a few places where this bread is available in Abuja. Although it's not widespread, but Ronald will tell us. Ronald, please.
Hello?
So hold on. Our reporter Ronald, who did this research, is going to tell us where we can find this bread in Abuja. So Ronald, our caller from Maitama is asking where he can find this bread in Abuja.
Okay,
like I mentioned earlier, that I did say that we tried to interview a bakery called Farm Organics in Abuja at the point of doing the project. But the Farm Organics was actually producing orange flesh sweet potato up till around, I think, early this year. So at the point that we tried to interview them and we contacted them, they were only running skeletal services. At that point, they had abandoned the production of orange flesh sweet potato. They were only doing only with bread then. One of the reasons being that you know that the cost of production of bread has been on the high side for the past over a year or so now.
Yeah.
Besides that, what has even made the situation much worse is the high energy cost. A lot of these bakeries use rotary oven, which relies on either gas or diesel. And so a lot of bakers are finding it difficult to produce bread. A lot of them are running skeletal services. Even some of the bakeries here in Lagos that are producing it, they are producing it
small scale.
So the production has not been seamless. It has been seen issues over time.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald. So, there you go. We don't have a lot of producers in the country yet, and we're hoping that more people step on it and embrace this innovation. I'm sorry your potato bread is not in Abuja yet, but we're expecting it, and I'm also excited. I really want to eat potato bread. So thank you for calling us, and enjoy a good day.
PremiumTimesNG.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is Premium Times Half Hour on Citizen FM 93.7. Before we had the call coming, Oge was about to bring us up to date on the beautiful reports you missed during the week. Oge, please take it away.
Okay, thank you, Amaka. Lastly, we published an editorial titled Sri Lanka's Uprising and Lessons for Nigeria. Remember, you can read more of these reports on www.premiumtimesng.com. Also, Premium Times holds weekly discussions on Twitter Spaces where citizens are allowed to speak with government officials on important issues facing our country. It is held every Wednesday from 6 p.m.
Thank you very much, Ogi. Just yesterday we had a Twitter space on ASU crisis, and we had over 27,000 Nigerians listening, so you don't want to miss that for the life of you. This is where we round off today's episode. I hope you had an amazing time with us discussing potato bread, which I'm really looking forward to eating soon. Make sure you keep your dial locked on Premium Times Half Hour every Thursday at 11:05 a.m. on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Again, this show is brought to you by Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform which serves you every minute stories that can help you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations to account. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sports, and business, visit our website www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. God willing, we'll be back here again next Thursday, same time, same station, with everyone here. Titi Lokbe, Ogi, and myself, Chamaka. Have a great weekend.
Don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out. Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics,